Good evening and welcome in to the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies awesome Divination Shakti Virtual Summit. One of the simplest tools of divination is pendulum dowsing, which is not a new phenomena and is known to date back to ancient Rome and Greece, if not older, and used to predict the future. There is an intelligence to the pendulum and in the use of it. There is a connection between you and the pendulum. And that is why a teacher, an expert, is important to learn the finer nuances of pendulum dowsing. Our expert today is an author and multiple award winning alternative therapist and spiritual coach. Her experience traverses mastery in modalities like tarot, angel guidance, Bach flower, switch words, Akashic records, Humkara with Halim, and many more. She's also a Reiki Grand Master and says learning and teaching spiritual modalities is what feeds and charges her soul. And in that feeding and charging of her soul, that journey of hers, she brings for us today the art of pendulum dowsing. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's dive into this beautiful world of pendulum dowsing. Please put your hands together for and join me in giving a warm Mystic Lotus welcome to the lovely Arpita Thakkar. Hi, Arpita, welcome in.
Hi. Hi, Neelu. Hi, everyone. It's very nice to be here. And thank you for such a wonderful introduction, Neelu. It's always my pleasure to be on the Mystic Lotus platform. And I also say this is my mother platform. From here, I have gone to many other platforms, but this is my mother platform. So I'm always glad to be here. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is your mothership, basically.
Yes.
Right. We are, I have a lot of questions that I want to ask you, Arpita, but before we do that, I know that you have something planned for all of us right at the beginning itself. So let us know what that is and let's do it.
Yes. So first, as a group, I'm seeing the people are joining, so many people. So let's, bring in more positive energies to this group and create a sacred space before we start this pendulum dowsing journey. So with my pendulum, I would command it to create a sacred space for all of us. And I would request all of you to just close your eyes for at least a minute and feel the energies, what the pendulum is creating.
Okay. Absolutely. Can we see your pendulum once before you start?
Yes. This is the one. This is my oldest pendulum and it's very dear to me. After that, I've purchased many I have, but this is the one which is very dear to me.
Nice.
Yes. So I'll be doing with this pendulum, I'll be creating a sacred space for all of us. Okay. So I just request you all to close your eyes. Yes, you may all open your eyes. The pendulum stopped by itself. It was rotating, giving all that positive energies, more positive vibes to this wonderful group. And yes, now it's done. Nice. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for creating that sacred space and bringing us, uplifting our energies into a more positive space as well. I will definitely want to ask you, was it moving clockwise? Was it moving anti-clockwise? What does that mean? I will come to that,
Yes,
because what I wanted to ask you is that, you know, one string, something attached to it. Pendulum dowsing isn't just about swing it around and see where it goes, right? It's much
yes,
more than that. As we just
yes,
saw, you actually did space clearing with it.
yes, yes,
So,
exactly.
yeah, so what, I mean, what exactly, how would you describe pendulum dowsing and how it helps us and contributes into our life? And I will come to that clockwise, anti-clockwise after that.
Yes. So pendulum dowsing, first of all, pendulum is something which makes movement, which swings. So that is what is pendulum. And dowsing means to search, to find out. So pendulum dowsing means through the pendulum or with the pendulum, through the movements of the pendulum, you are searching for a guidance or for a solution to yourself. So that is what is called as pendulum dowsing. Okay. Now, pendulum dowsing is not only meant to, get your guidance or get your answers like yes and no or choices and all that. It's much more than that. Pendulum dowsing is also used for healing. It's also used for clearing. It's also used for charging. That is clearing of the space or clearing of the negative energies from anywhere, of course, from your house, from your office, even distantly it works.
Right.
And it's used also for charging of food, charging of water. And believe me, you can just command the pendulum to do the work for you, and it does the work for you.
Right.
So pendulum has a lot many uses. And of course, as Neelu told, the movements, that is what counts. Sometimes, of course, you can program the pendulum according to what movement you want as a yes and what movement you want as a no. But certain movements, like how when we asked about to bring in more positive energies, it was rotating anti-clockwise. It was clearing the space.
Right.
I haven't programmed it for clearing because automatically the pendulum moves in an anti-clockwise when it is doing its clearing work. And when we say about charging, it automatically moves in a clockwise.
Interesting.
Yes. So this is how the pendulum works. It's a very simple, very humble tool, which we all can use it for, of course, for, getting a lot of guidances, for solving confusion. Like it makes our day-to-day life so easy. Because in our day-to-day life, Neelu, we would be so much filled with so many thoughts and what to do, what not to do. Should I go forward with this? Should I not take this? Simple questions, we need answers. And this pendulum dowsing helps. The best tool I can say is the pendulum dowser for that.
Right.
And a
Absolutely.
very easy and a quick way also, of course.
Right. Right. And Arpita, I had mentioned earlier that because anybody can just get online and just find something. Okay, this is how you use your pendulum. But I was talking about the requirement of why it is important to have an expert teach you. And I want to come to that in a bit, because before that, you've just mentioned it's not just yes, no, it's not just a guidance. There's clearing, there's healing work that happens. You've
Yes.
been doing this for a very, very long time.
Yes.
So it must have definitely impacted your life.
Yes.
So we all of us would love to hear that first before I go back to the slight technicalities of pendulum dowsing.
Yes. So first, let me talk about the simple things of the pendulum. Just like we all know the pendulum, we can use it to get answers like yes and no. So of course, I have used it. My students have used it for getting answers to their problems. Especially recently, I used it for my daughter. She was going to university in US to study, and I had to, we had a lot of options. And it was so confusing because it's always so confusing whenever, especially if it is abroad.
Right.
So it was very confusing to choose the right university for her. So of course we used the pendulum and the best one. And we wanted to know which one would be for her highest good. Of course, all were best, but which one is meant for her? So I dowsed and I saw that, and we applied there. And believe me, what we applied and what happened later was the result that Pendulum was saying the right answer, because she got a scholarship from that college, which was very surprising. We were very happy with it. So it was the best one which was suited for her. And yes, again, it validated that yes, Pendulum is giving the right answer. Even recently, I had used it for my husband. So for my husband, I had used it because he was going to participate in the election of all Mumbai, India, of our community.
Okay.
So yes, so whether he should go in or not, whether he should stand there in the elections or not, was the first question. Okay, so we asked and we got an answer. Yes, a very strong yes. It was a very strong yes. Of course, the result is a secondary thing, but the first thing, whether he should go in for not, whether it is favorable for him, going in election and all that. So yes, so the answer was yes. And believe me, we followed the advice. And after that, the moment he joined, I mean, the moment he just participated, the way he got his popularity, it was unbelievable. Like, it was a very smooth run for him. And again, of course, my husband was very much, he was surprised that your pendulum is giving so good answers. And he always tells me, do the pendulum now, do the pendulum reading for me now. What is the result of the election, please? So it happens that you are being so helpful to your family members, first of all, and of course, my students. Right. They have dowsed it also for many purposes. And they constantly, they give me messages that, Arpita, we did with this and we got that answer is right. We are so happy. It is such a wonderful tool. All those feedback, when I hear, I feel so great that the pendulum is working for everyone so wonderfully.
Lovely. And we did say hello to Shwetika, I think, in the beginning. And we will hear from her as well with what she does with pendulum dowsing after having learned it with you. So I want to come back to the why you need a teacher bit here, because there is a way to even ask the questions, right?
Yes, of course.
Starting with that, there is a way to ask the questions, because the pendulum is running on an intelligence system. What is that intelligence system, Arpita? Because I know it's connected to the earth.
Yes. So basically, now this pendulum, when we are dowsing with the pendulum, when we are moving the pendulum, okay, one thing is that our subconscious mind is connected to this.
Right.
The subconscious mind gives us the answer. Second thing, the subconscious mind is again connected to the higher self.
Right.
And the higher self is connected to other divine energies. So actually, we are receiving the answers either from our divine energies or through the higher self of ours, and through the subconscious, the pendulum makes the movement and we get the answers.
Right.
So yes, because the subconscious has all the solutions to your answers. And this is how the pendulum also moves. It makes movements. It is, we don't make the movement. Even if you keep your hands still, the pendulum will move if you ask a particular question.
Right.
Yes. Right. And before, of course, we have to connect with the higher self, and then the pendulum moves.
Right. And, when I was saying that it's also connected to the earth, so there's a bit of, what is it? Physics involved here?
Yeah, because you can say physics is involved here. Yes,
right?
Physics is involved here. Of course, because we are connected to the earth, the Mother Earth is sending us energies, and it's all in a flow,
Right.
You're connected through the higher self, it flows to you and to the Mother Earth, and again comes back from the Mother Earth. So it's like a circle of energy which you are in. So yes, of course. And there's a lot of physics involved. That is true. That is very true. Right. And I'll tell you about the physics point.
Yes.
It is told, I don't know, I think so, it's Abraham Hicks who mentioned once that it takes 17 seconds to, when you hold an intention, it takes 17 seconds to vibrate, to activate its vibration.
Okay.
17 seconds to activate its vibration, and it takes then 68 seconds to bring that energy vibration into our energy field. This is what the pendulum does. When the pendulum makes movement, it creates an energy field around us.
Right.
And then slowly, when we keep on holding the intention and focusing on the pendulum, it gets manifested in our reality also.
Right. Right.
So,
Fantastic.
yeah, yes. So this is the principle actually for healing what is applied.
Right. And I'm not going into, of course, major physics details on it, because we're not, I mean, right now we're not here on a science class, we're on the Divination
Yes, of course.
Shakti virtual summit. I did want to bring in this physics, this, the science factor to it, because there's been a time when pendulum dowsing was actually used, it was used to find water, right?
Yes.
So it involved looking for geopathic stresses and your magnetic fields. So why I was bringing it up, Arpita, is for everybody to understand that it's not just a do this and done. It's not just that. There's a lot behind it. It's very simple. It's one of the simplest and the easiest. You don't have to have intuition. I mean, you don't have to, like, everybody has intuition. My apologies, I take that back. People ask, right, Arpita, all the time, I don't have this developed, I don't have this, I don't have that, can I do this modality? That does not happen with pendulum dowsing, correct?
Yes. Because you just need to, it's like just pendulum it, just hold the pendulum and pendulum it and search for the answers, and you get the answers. Like, it is just that you have to hold the pendulum. That's your work, and the rest, of course, connect with the higher energies and just hold the pendulum and believe and trust the answers what you're getting.
Right. And we will get everybody to experience that as well. Some questions. Oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot to bring this up earlier. Nishi said, thank you. Dimple said, experience beautiful energy. It was very real with the initial space clearing that you'd done. Madhavi has written, I love this modality. It's simple, easy, and effortless. Absolutely right. Its USP is its simplicity, ease, and effortlessness. Manu's asked, can it predict the future?
Yes, of course. It depends, again, as Nilu had told before, it depends on the questions what you ask. The art of questioning should be there. You ask specific questions, you get specific answers to it, right? Just like how I mentioned in my case, when I asked about my husband or for my daughter, I received those answers and it proved to be correct.
Right. In fact, let's get what say we get Shwetika on here, because
of course,
with her background, I think Manu would have a even clearer picture on this, right? Before we do that, sorry, Arpita, one question. Dimples asked, what are the limitations in using pendulum?
Limitations is that yes, one, if I would say that don't try to influence the pendulum.
Right.
Okay. The pendulum works on your thoughts, on your energies. So if you want a particular answer, for example, I want an answer to be yes, and then I keep on saying, oh God, it should be yes, it should be yes, then it doesn't work in that way. It might move to yes, because you are commanding in your way. In your mind, you're saying it should be yes, it should be yes. So it will obey you. Okay. And it will move to yes. So always don't be biased. Don't have judgments beforehand. Okay, when you're asking particular questions, whether you need a yes or a no, don't have those thoughts, repeating in your mind that let it be yes. Don't hold judgments. Yeah.
Right. And you got to do it without expectation of the outcome, correct?
Of the outcome,
and that, again, is another reason why you need to learn from an expert on exactly how to do it. I keep bringing up this learn. This is not just you will get to experience this. The reason people are bringing it up, like I said, pendulum dowsing is so popularly known. It's one of the easiest things to do. We can make our own pendulum at home with a string and a ring. But ultimately, if we do not know the finer nuances of it, how much will that pendulum be able to help us? So, all right. And we usually get yes or no answers, right? Indrajit says, and is it only yes, no? It's not just yes, no, right?
No. There are no limitations to that. Any answers, like, any answers you can ask, the pendulum would answer. It's not only just yes and no. That's what I mentioned in the beginning. It's not limited to yes and no. There is like a whole lot of questions about time period you can ask, about when this situation will happen you can ask. You can ask about anything related to colors, anything you can ask about your chakras, about your colors. I mean, there is no limit to that. And of course, you can put down, if you have certain questions, you can write down the questions on a piece of paper or make a chart of it and then douse the pendulum over it.
Interesting. I did not know. See, you learn something new every time. This is why we have experts here with us. Okay, questions have suddenly started pouring in. I will get Shwetika in after this. Prasanti is asked, in Reiki, it's possible to do distance space clearing with just intention. Can you please clarify if there's anything more to know about pendulum and clearing space?
Just like Reiki, the pendulum also works distantly. Right. Okay, of course, intention in any of the healing modalities is a must, is the first thing, because where your intention is, the energy flows, right? So intention is a must, of course, and then, of course, how you move the pendulum and what you command to the pendulum is the next thing, what you should understand and what you should know, and then it works for you. So, of course, distantly, it works very well.
Fantastic. We're going to get Shwetika on. I also just especially with the question that was asked earlier by Manu, can it predict the future and are there limitations? So do you want to do you have anything to say about Shwetika before we get her on? I've sent you a request, Shwetika.
Yes, Shwetika, about Shwetika. Shwetika is a wonderful student of mine and she is using she's making full use of the pendulum in her daily life for her family members, especially for her work. She is into, she's a pranic healer as well. And she's also into life insurance. So she does very well for her job. I think that Shwetika would let us know how she's doing that so that you all can get an idea.
Right. Shwetika, hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Good evening, all of you. And as ma'am says, this is a mother's place, and I think it's a Lakshmi's place as well, because it's named as a Lotus. So I think everybody needs are fulfilled with the money. And I'm here actually only because of Arpita and my journey. I would like to share one thing before I started, how I entered in this. And actually, 2 years back, I lost my chain, gold chain. And I'm in searching, like Reiki masters are doing dowsing and all. So every those who are I know, I ask them, just search my chain now, where it is lost or it's stolen. And nobody is going, they are saying you lost the connection with that gold chain and all. I said, no, I need to find out. So as I saw, she introduced me. I'm pranic healer. One day, actually in July, we have organized one session of around 100 people, and we are in that hall. And one of the student of Arpita is there, Rinku. Yeah. So she said where to arrange the stage. So she put on one pendulum, and she asked the pendulum where we need to put the stage. Earlier place was different, and pendulum says no to that place. So we were like, what is this? Then we when we left from that place, and she ordered one food, all common something sandwiches. So again she cleans something, and what she is doing. So curiously, I asked her, "What is this?" She said, "This is pendulum." How it does work? It is moving, and she said, "You'll come to know. Wait." And next day, I'll be here at home, and every time I used to see the things on YouTube. What is it? So I have seen so many videos and all, and I message him.
Arpita, can you hear Shwetika, or is the screen
I think
only for me?
She's on mute. She's on mute suddenly. Yeah.
1 second. Shwetika, just for a few minutes, do you want to put your video off just in case it's a network thing? I've sent you a request to unmute. Her screen's looking frozen to me.
Yes.
All right, Arpita, do you want to complete for Shwetika?
Yes, I would tell for Shwetika. And of course, she got to me then and she learned also. And now she is using in her work, as I told, she's using to find out whether, is she back? I think, no, okay. So she's using to find out for her clients, whether they will be available or not. Should she approach them or not? Because at certain times she has to personally meet them. So she asked through the pendulum whether this person will be available today or not.
Right. Oh, Shwetika is here.
Shwetika
She's
is here.
she's
Yes.
off video right now. That's okay, in case it's a Wi-Fi thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll continue. Actually,
Please.
something is wrong with my phone.
Yeah, Shwetika, I
Just
think
keep,
keep your
just
video
keep your
off.
video off. Yeah, just keep your video off. Let's do this. Shwetika?
Okay. So, I got a number from her, Arpita, and I completed my class with lots of notes. Every day I used to practice it, and I ordered it afterwards. After a week, I got my pendulum. This is my pendulum. This is Marcus,
Nice.
and he's like my. I asked my son, like, he's your brother, and he named it as a Marcus. And we started practicing it, and when I got a chart, I took the printouts and all this stuff. And in my business, I got many queries regarding. I got an answer of that chain as well. But after that, I said, whatever may be the path, I need to use it for my future. And I didn't got the answer like how to. I know aware about
Okay.
marketing, and continuously I'm
Sorry,
getting.
Shwetika, I'm just going to come in. Simran, can you help me with this? Arpita, I'm hearing a lot of static and the words getting cut. Is it only for me?
No, it's not clear. Her words
Right.
are, yeah, it's
Shwetika,
not
just
coming out clear.
yes. Shwetika, put your video off. Just put it off.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Is it clear now? Is it clear?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So actually, I'm using my pendulum for then. Actually, I'm new in insurance business. Basically, I'm translator, and in pandemic, I'm in Kotak Life Insurance. So every time we need to call 60 people, then we will get a conversion. I'm not believing on that. I thought I need to search my own idea. So I'm residing at Dombivli, and if I want to reach to the Panvel, and I'm having some prospects over there, like 4 to 5 prospects. So I make a note of this in my diary. I'm having Kotak diary. So I ask Pendulum whether I need to reach that client or not, whether he will respond me, whether he will meet me or not. Conversion is the last part, but whether he will meet me or not. Because so many times what happened, that person give me the appointment, and when I reach that place at Panvel itself, nobody is there. They are not picking up my calls and all. So now I'm using my pendulum to ask in advance whether I need to contact them, or he or she will convert. Then I'll put my efforts to get the follow-ups and all those stuff. I'm sharing my prospect, then plans and all those stuff. Then again, I'm in that way. I'm every day I'm putting my status. I'm having one smart cell app with me. So that poster as well, I'm cleansing with pendulum. Then I'll put it on a status. So in that way, I'm using my pendulum for my business. So I thought in this month I'll get more and more conversions. And today itself I got my angels card as well, oracle cards. So those as well, those are coming from courier. So I cleanse it, then energize it. Then today itself I'll use all those for my future business and all the personal problems as well. All in all way, pendulum is useful in all way. And as you say, the USP is very easy, very easy. And whatever notes Arpita provided, language is very simple. First of all, first impression is the last impression, no? So her looks, her simplicity attracts us to learn things from her.
and every single thing she's like now taking us like child.
Right.
If you are not, I mean, those classes are on WhatsApp group, and she's sharing one video every day. But that video is like, it's her personal class. Each and every small thing she's teaching her in a very clear way. Have you understood this? Do this. And after that, that cheat practice, many of time we are getting false answers as well. But she cleared all those things in advance. What mistake you will do in future. So this will warn us not to do that. And it's very easy to learn. And whatever means doubts I'm having in my mind कि मैं सीख पाऊंगी कि नहीं, वो सब अर्पिता के फर्स्ट लेक्चर में ही पूरा चला गया. एंड आई थॉट, और मैं बहुत ही मतलब डेली में उसको लेती हूँ और कुछ ना कुछ, और मजाक से मैं सामने वाले को बोलती भी हूँ कि हमें इससे अंदर के कपड़ों का कलर भी पता चलता है.
Right. Right.
When
Okay.
people are saying कि आप खुद ही हिलाते हो, I said no. I'll
Okay,
tell you.
Shwetika, sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm going to come in. We have an international audience, so we can't have so much in Hindi. All right, but I thank you greatly for coming in and giving a testimonial, for letting us know about how much this has impacted you and taken care of things in your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Shwetika. That was very nice of you, very sweet of you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right, Gokul, all questions on the group, please. There are some very interesting questions that have come up, Arpita, so I'm going to bring this up, and then we're going to get everybody to come in and experience this. So Indrajit says that I was passed on a Rudraksh as a pendulum to judge the positivity of any precious stone. One can do that?
I didn't get the question.
No, Indrajit saying that she was passed on a Rudraksh as a pendulum to judge the positivity of any precious stone. So I was asking, so that's another thing that can happen?
It can, yes. You can do it. See, as I told, even for example, I have tried even with my japamala as such, okay, which is very rare that people use. People use mostly pendulums like such pendulums. I have even tried with this japamala, okay, and it moves like a pendulum and it gives me the answer as well. It also, I can use this for healing, for cleansing. I can use this as I'm using my other pendulum dowser. So of course, you know, it's all about how you get attached with that particular whatever you're using. It could be a ring, it could be a pendant, it could be anything else also. Okay. So yes, it can do the work.
Right. So Shruti's asked, can we use pendulum as a tool for intuition? And Indrajit is asked, is it a substitute to intuition and therefore dependency? So two people, two questions, but they're kind of like, you know, two sides of the same coin. So I'm bringing them up together for you.
Yeah. So first of all, let me say it's very good
Intuition.
question. So yes, intuition and see, if I say we are not dependent on the pendulum for our intuition, it is like the intuition always speaks. And sometimes you get an intuition and your mind understands and the thought understands that, yes, this is my intuition speaking to me. Okay. But at times you don't listen to your mind because we are filled with many thoughts and it just goes off, right? With this pendulum, it brings exactly your intuition to the pendulum and the pendulum answers you. It's a tool. It's a tool to, you know, to your intuition. Right. It's not that we have to be dependent on this, of course. Okay. But these are little tools because in our daily lives, we can't just, you know, keep on, you know, just thinking what our mind is telling because we let go of the thoughts because there are so many thoughts in a fraction of a second and we cannot understand. Sometimes we are not able to judge what is intuition, what is that intuitive thought coming to me. So the pendulum helps you to understand your intuition. I would say the pendulum brings out what is actually for you, what is good for you, what is right for you. So yes, I think with those both questions, I think this is answered that, of course, it is your intuition speaking to you through the pendulum.
Right. So correct me if I'm right here. Actually, if you look at it, we have so much inside us. I'm not talking about the brain running 19 to the dozen. I'm saying we have so much inside us, and we're constantly looking for ways to hone those skills. Would I be right in saying, Arpita, that the pendulum is the easiest thing to start tapping into your intuition?
Yeah, yes, very true. Very true.
Right.
Absolutely true.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what I told you. You just hold the pendulum and it will give you the answers because your intuition is actually working for you.
Getting honed in. All right. And is pendulum more accurate to scanning, as in pranic healing? I'm
Yes.
not. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, of course. You can use the pendulum for scanning the energies as well. It will guide you to the energies. There are many ways now how you can get an answer to it. You know, how you're scanning through the pendulum. Like you can ask particularly a question, whether is there any in this chakra or in this energy body, are there any negativity, or is there any negative energy or any other wrong unwanted energies attached which needs to be cleared. You can ask questions, get the answer through the pendulum. You have to be specific and try to filter out, narrow down then and bring down to one particular answer.
Right.
So keep on asking step by step.
Right. And not the same question over and over again, right?
Yes,
because then the pendulum is just going to mess with you.
Yeah, yes. Trust the pendulum, it works for you.
Right. And we will definitely experience this. However, Arpita, you've asked everybody to come ready with their pendulum. So
yeah,
what are we going to do with it right now?
Yes. So right now, first of all, I would like you to hold the pendulum. First of all, holding the pendulum, I would tell you how to hold. You're holding the tip here of the pendulum. Okay. Hold it with the thumb and with this finger, the 3 fingers out. Okay. And try to always keep the pendulum in front of your heart. Okay. Now, if you want, you can ask the first question to your pendulum. Are you ready to work with me? My pendulum is already moving.
Yeah, it was, before you started also.
Because whenever I bring it to near my heart space, it starts moving. It starts all movement. It gives good movements, positive movements it is. So for me, it is a clockwise movement and it is a yes. So when I ask the question, are you ready to work with me? And the swing, the movement is very big for me. So you can do first thing with the pendulum, that ask the pendulum whether it's ready to work with you. Okay. And see how it is swinging. Of course, you can program the movement for yourself also, that if I want a yes, you have to move in this way.
Right. Arpita, very quickly, I can see Yogesh's pendulum. Is that swinging anti-clockwise, Yogesh?
Yes, that is swinging anti-clockwise.
Does that mean, Arpita, that the pendulum is clearing the space for him before being ready to work with him?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
And Lakshmi's, I can see, is moving straight.
Where is Lakshmi?
Hang on, let me...
yes, I could. Yeah, Lakshmi is it's moving. Her pendulum is moving straight. Yes.
Right,
yes,
front and back.
Yes.
So what would that mean with this question for her?
Yeah, see, for every pendulum, the pendulum will move either in this way or, of course, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Either it will move vertical or it will move clockwise and anti-clockwise. Now, when it is moving vertical, you can ask, are you telling me that yes? Is it a yes? Do you mean it's a yes movement? Ask your pendulum, okay? Ask your pendulum if it is moving vertically. You can ask your pendulum, is it a yes movement? And again, if it moves in a vertical way, understand that it is a yes.
Right.
So, always the best way, what I suggest to everyone is program your pendulum. Which movement you want your pendulum to be a yes movement and which you want to be a no movement, you have to program it, okay? And of course, that is taught in the class, but you can learn to program your pendulum, whichever movement you are willing for the movement, for the pendulum movement to work as yes or no, or maybe.
Fantastic.
Yeah? If it is moving vertical, I think many are moving vertical here.
Yeah, I can see some going anti-clockwise. I can see some
Yes,
going clockwise.
yes.
I can see one. I can see Lata with the I think Japamala.
Lataji, hold the japamala with that, the main part, hold it upwards. Yeah. So that
Ah,
is, yeah, straight japamala.
right,
Yes. Yes. Interact with your pendulum, first of all. Make the pendulum your own. You can give a name to it also.
right. Oh, I wanted to ask you that because I think Shwetika said something about marker. Like, yeah,
Marcus, I think. Yeah, Marcus, she mentioned. That is the
right,
name given by her son, I think. He gave it as Marcus name. So you can, of course, give your pendulum, give such a name as a DT name, Ascended Master name, that works for you. And keep it with you like you have got a new family member in your house. Okay. So love it and it will love you. Okay, so now even if it is moving like this, please speak to the pendulum, interact with the pendulum, ask, are you telling me this is a yes movement?
right,
Try to understand what the pendulum is talking to you, whether it's yes, whether it is no. Frame questions and ask your pendulum.
right, right. And you could also similarly just say that if you move front and back, I'm going to take that as a yes. It
Yes,
will be the
yes,
other way around also.
yes, yes, you can. That's
Mhm.
that's the programming thing. Yes.
Right. And
Yes.
there's a reason why this was brought up, people, and you were asked to bring on pendulum to try out because there is this, there is a lovely gift that Arpita has for everybody. And I'm just going to give you one glimpse into that because we'll come back to explaining that as well. So, the reason even this much Arpita has put out and explained to you because what she has she's put together 5 pendulum dowsing charts, which is going to be a gift for you. We're just showing you one here for right now. We'll come back to these later. So this is the Amrita, can you just tell everybody what chart this is?
This is the yes and no chart. It's clearly given. So if you have questions regarding yes, no, or maybe, okay, so you can douse your pendulum on this chart. So, dowsing charts are always there to help you to get clarity. Okay, so it's easy to douse on a dowsing chart. So if you keep the pendulum and ask a question, where the pendulum is moving, whether it's moving to no or maybe, where it is pulling you, where the pendulum movement is pulling, so you go and you take it to the either that yes or no or maybe, and then you can ask, so is it a yes? Then, and your pendulum will make a yes movement, so it is a yes.
Right. And more on that when we get into the next level as well. Indrajit, you're looking very confused. Is everything okay? You suddenly went, what? Go ahead, ask.
Hello, Arpita and Neelu. Thank you. Since I missed out the beginning of the your session, so I didn't know what stone is this pendulum made of, and so
For right now, it was just a temporary one to be made in the Jeep with a string and a ring if you wanted to. It's just for you to get a taste of pendulum dowsing. So
Yes.
don't think about it too much right now.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Okay.
Thank-
People, you saw one pendulum chart that you will definitely get as a gift for yourself. There are more. The reason I showed this right now is because we want you to experience this work with Arpita directly right now. However, what we are going to do so that we can have all of you, as many of you possible as being able to get an answer right now and get a guidance right now. Arpita, what are we going to do? We are taking yes, no, or timeline questions, correct?
Yes, no, and the timeline questions we can take.
Okay, can you give an example? And people, we would want your video on, and please put your question on the group and then we'll pick it up. Can you give an example, Arpita, of what could a yes, no question be, what a timeline question could be, and what not, like how not to phrase the question?
Yeah, of course. So timeline, so first yes and no questions. It's like whether, if you have confusion in choices, or Like if you're planning to shift to a new place or to a new locality, you can ask, should I be moving there?
Right.
Will it be beneficial for me? Is it for my highest good? That's the best way to frame. Is it for my highest good to move to such a locality? Mention the locality, the name of that locality. Okay. And then for that, you can douse with yes and no chart.
Right. And for
Right.
that, you don't even have to douse it. Arpita is right here to help you.
Yes.
And one question has come in already. Madhvi, are you on video? Where are you? Ashima, on the group, please. Hang on. Indrajit, you might want to rephrase that. Madhvi, are you here? Yeah, okay. One moment.
Yeah.
So her question is, should I shift my mother to my dad's place?
Okay. Should you shift your mother to your dad's place?
I've sent a request, Madhvi. Go ahead and ask yourself.
Yeah. Yes, Madhvi.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi. So,
So
yeah. Tell me your name, your date of birth, and your question also.
Madhavi,
Yeah.
July 28, 79.
Okay. 28th, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, Madhavi. What's your question?
Mama is living with us for 3 years. Emotionally, there is a turmoil. Should I send her to dad's place for better management so that I can focus on my mental health? Or should I listen to my husband? There is a confusion, ma'am.
Okay.
I made a decision. I want 100% clarification.
Okay.
Should I continue her here or can I send her to dad's place?
Okay.
What is the highest good of everyone?
Yes, I got your point. Okay, so just give me a minute. I'll just turn this on for you to see. Okay, so this is a yes and no chart. Yes, no, maybe. So we'll douse on this chart for your question. So yes, it is a yes. It is a yes. The moment I asked the question, you saw this, it was moving this side where yes is written. This is a yes. So it was pulling me here. Automatically, the pendulum was swinging there, taking me there. And so I asked, is it a yes? And it told me yes. This is my yes movement. So yes, it is a yes. Okay.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Thank you. We're getting Parag on next.
Yes.
Who is looking to find out if his property is going to sell by December 2022. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah, and before Parag, before you ask your question, Arpita, very quickly, Manu's asked, can it predict lottery results as well?
I know this question.
Somebody or the other must be always asking you, right?
Yes. See, of course, it can help you to a certain extent, I would say, but it won't give you all the lottery numbers. I would suggest it could give you one or two of the beginning numbers, but it won't reveal to you the exact, because like that, then everybody can use a pendulum in that way. So it is for the highest good that the pendulum works for you. Okay. So whatever is for your highest good, and you cannot say that, okay, I want this lottery to happen for me, and it will happen. So it doesn't work in that way. It will work only for your highest good. Okay. So it doesn't predict, might be all the numbers. So don't go like that. In that way, even alphabets are there. So you can predict who is my soulmate, and you can go one by one after every alphabet and frame the name. So that doesn't work. That doesn't work with a pendulum.
Right. You can't try and manipulate it, right?
Yes, yes. You cannot do that. Yeah.
Right. Remember, people, it's a divination tool, and the divine is not to be messed with. It's as simple as that.
Yes.
Thank you for waiting patiently, Parag. Please go ahead.
Hi, actually, I have one house in somewhere with the border of Konkan in Goa, trying to sell it from last 2 years. I don't know, not getting the customers, nobody is coming forward and all. What is exactly happening basically? So I just wanted to know whether it will get sold. If yes, then this year or next year.
Okay. So first, let's take one part of it, whether it will get sold this year. Let me ask in this. This year is going to end actually. So
I know there are a couple of people.
I'll ask in 2023 whether it will be sold, right?
Okay. Yeah.
That will be the best way.
Yeah.
Okay. So first, let me, tell me your name and your date of birth, please.
My name is Parag Kamath, and date of birth is 11/12/1969.
11/12/1969. Okay. Just 1 minute. It's telling me no. So not in the coming year. Okay. So
Okay.
it won't happen in the coming year. It could happen after that. It could be, might be, because I asked about 2023, whether the house will be sold. So it's a no. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Arpita. I just one question, not about this, but
Yes.
I made a pendulum which is of with my daughter's hearing. When you asked us to hold it and ask pendulum whether it can align with me or it can answer my question, it started moving clockwise. But suddenly a big wave went through the hand till leg. Is it a normal or something? This thing.
It went through, I didn't get this.
A kind of
Show
a
the pendulum. I couldn't see.
sweet wave passed through the body.
Can
Through
you
the
show?
right hand till.
Okay, okay. See, how you're using it, I don't know, but it just made a lot of movement, you mean to say?
Yes.
Yeah, that is good then. That means it is aligning with your energies. If it is swinging in a nice way, if it's making big movements, it is very good.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Parag.
Thank you, Parag. Just a moment.
Yes.
And I'm also just going to say very quickly, Arpita, we're going to take 1 or 2 people on as well right now, more, and then go into the offers as well. Before that, though, I also did want to ask you one thing.
Yeah.
It's, it's one thing to get your yes no. For example, uh, I would request everybody, please don't raise your hands. Put it on the group. It will be picked up from here. And for example, Madhavi is written. Okay, there's a big relief after a confirmation from the experts, and a big thank you for the energies facilitating this session. Right? Even a yes no is such a big. Exactly as Madhavi said, it's just a relief factor. A
Yes.
yes is a bigger relief than a no, because a no then puts you into a position of, it's this is not going to happen now. What do I do? So
Yes.
with pendulum dowsing, it's not just about yes no. It's also about what next. Correct, Arpita?
Yes. Yes. Of course.
What
Of course.
next?
Yeah.
Which you can also do with pendulum dowsing only.
Yes, yes, of course. With pendulum, see, the charts, especially the charts are very helpful. The dowsing charts, you can make your own dowsing charts. Like this is like yes and no dowsing chart, which I was using. You can make your own dowsing charts, putting your own options there in the chart and asking the questions and seeing what the pendulum is answering you. It's so simple. Of course, you should know how to use the pendulum and the correct questioning also.
Right.
So with that, you can get more answers, more than yes and no. You can get the answers. For example, if I'm into multimodalities, I have asked this question also, which is the one modality which I should practice the most, which will be for my highest good and for the highest good of all. So
Right.
it showed me the exact modality and it came to me and I trusted it. And it has proved me right. So in that way, you can make, because of course you don't have the dowsing chart of different modalities. You can make your own dowsing modality chart, and you can with other charts also, with other questions in your mind, you can make your own charts and see what answers you're getting. So it is like you can really dowse for so many things other than just yes and no.
Right. Yes, no. Yes, no timeline is the most simple, most basic.
Yes.
There is a lot more. In fact, thank you for bringing that up. I do have there's a question in from Surinder, which I will ask. It's not a check here. It's a question he has. You are a multimodality expert. People must be coming to you with a very specific thing in mind. No, I want this modality, or I want this modality. Has it ever happened, Arpita, that somebody's come to you for, let's say, XYZ modality in mind, and you've actually guided them into pendulum dowsing?
Yeah, yes, definitely. Many have come up, that, for example, if people come up to find answers, like either they have lost certain things, okay, or they need to even exactly find the block, what is blocking them. So I even use my dowsing charts for that and give them the answer, and I guide them, take a pendulum dowsing reading, so that reading helps them a lot. And believe me, it gives the exact answers. So yes, people have come to me, and some people have, even some of my students have come to me not knowing where to go, which modality for that, they need a reading. And I have to suggest them that go through pendulum dowsing reading. It's it can answer your simple questions as well as your, bigger questions as well. So yes, that has helped them a lot.
Right. And therefore, obviously, your pendulum dowsing is something that you can use along with everything else as well.
Yeah, yes, of course. You can combine with many other modalities also as well.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
So this question is from Surinder, and I'm bringing this up because I know that this questions like these is something that is always primary on people's mind as well. That his question is, it's a little long, so I'm just going to say it in short. That what he said is that how much does the answer received by the pendulum has got to do with our energy and consciousness and awareness, because we have an energy field, we have an auric field which carries that information, and so when we are dowsing within our auric field, is it dependent on that, and therefore everyone would get different answers for the same question. Basically, I think what Surinder is trying to ask is, we all have our own fields around us, but we are dowsing in that field only, right? So what guarantee is there that that we would all get the same answers if that question is for the highest good?
Yeah, see, the answers will be the same, because again, you are actually connecting with the divine energies. So they guide you. So whichever way you take, any modality, any other modality, or even through the pendulum dowsing modality, if you are doing, and if somebody else is also doing through a pendulum dowsing modality for you, the answers would be the same. It won't be different because you are guided by the divine. Okay, they give you the exact guidance, and through the pendulum, you receive that guidance.
Right. And if I may ask very quickly, Arpita, Surinder, thank you for the question. If I may ask, earlier we had also spoken about don't ask the same question over and over again. So would that not apply here also? Like if I'm doing a yes, no, for example, for Indrajit, and Indrajit has asked me to do a yes, no for her, and you to do a yes, no for her, and Parag to do a yes, no for her, the highest good is that Baba, you chill.
Of course.
You relax. I am not giving you any answers now.
Of course. See, when you do it with that intention that you're not trusting it, it won't give you the right answers. Okay. It won't give you the right answer. So like you have to trust, as I told you, have to trust what answers you are getting, believe it. Bringing to this case also, Neelu, there was a lady. Here the case was a little different. There was a lady who lost gold coin. Okay, actually not one, it was 3 gold coins which she had in a small pouch in a bag. Okay, she went somewhere to her friend's house. She went to the bank first, then to her friend's house, and then she came home, and she didn't know, she couldn't find later her gold coin back. So she asked me to pendulum douse it, like, where is the gold coin? So I told her it's not stolen, it's just misplaced. It's not stolen or it's not kept anywhere. It's just misplaced by you, and I could even douse with the pendulum and say her it's somewhere in your cupboard. Please search your cupboard. So she searched she searched everywhere, every shelf in the cupboard. She couldn't get it the first time. Again, she asked me. Now this is again the repeated question. She asked me again, please help me and please do it once again. Okay, so I told the pendulum doesn't give a wrong answer. But because you are asking it again, so I had to frame a different kind of a question, but I asked, this is for my client's highest good. So please let me know, so that she is relieved that it is in the house, because it was showing in the house. So where in the house? There was a main point. And again, it came in the cupboard. Second time also. So I told her, now you have to really, I'm not going to do it again because it is in the cupboard. Believe me, I trust the answers. Or you don't, search in the cupboard, tell somebody else, with you to search in the cupboard. And believe me, she got it.
Right.
She got it. So, so yes. So sometimes it happens that, this applies to that question, that you're doing it again, but you're receiving the same answer. Right. Okay. Right. And it is not, sometimes it is not because you're asking it for somebody's highest good. So it will give you the answer true.
Right. Absolutely. And of course, losing things, when something gets lost, gold coins, anything, you go into this state of panic, and sometimes it's difficult to trust. And again, that's where the third party, as in the expert or another person, their neutrality, so to speak, because I'm bringing this up, Kumar is asked, if we question for us, how is it affecting the reading in case my thoughts or mind is not stable? So Kumar, this actually answers this question, right? No, nothing. Her focus is only gold coins. So she was refusing to trust the answer, but you were in a stable, you are not affected anywhere, and you're doing the work for her highest good.
Yes.
Right,
yes,
Arpita?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Very true.
Okay. All right. People, we will take Anitika, Sonia, would love to take your questions on. We'll take it in a quick bit, because we do want everybody to know what's in store for you. And also, you can just start a little bit of work for yourself with the gifts that Arpita is actually giving. Let me bring this up very quickly. Just a moment. So 5 Pendulum Dowsing Charts is a gift for you from Arpita. This yes, no, maybe is something that you just saw. Arpita, you just showed it to us.
Yes.
Right? I have a question, Arpita. You are an expert at this. You know how to work with a pendulum. Suppose I take a printout of this and I use a makeshift pendulum, and then it goes to between no and maybe. Then what do I do? Then I'm like, okay, hang on, what's happening? So how do I understand what it is?
No, see, whatever options are there, no, it goes exactly to that point. Either if it is a no, it would point out to no. There wouldn't be
Okay.
anything between no and maybe. Either it will take you to the maybe or to no, whatever is the answer, or to yes, of course. But wherever there is the option, you have to just tell the pendulum, please show me the right option, and it will give you the right option. It won't go anywhere in between.
Nice, interesting. Because instantly that was my first question. I said, what happens in between? So there's a date chart you're sharing, and what would this be for? Like,
yes, of course.
yes.
You can ask for the dates, like when is this going to happen? For example, in a month, in a particular month. For example, now take the January month. So yes, when am I going to receive promotion? Which date of the January month? So it will take you to the particular date. When am I going to meet this person? Show me a particular date. It will take you to the particular date. So this is how you use a date chart. Which dates are important for me? Now you can be creative in your thinking also. So for example, if I want to ask on which date should I take my class, I can ask here, which is a lucky date for me. For dates also, you can ask so many questions, which is a lucky date for me. It will guide you to the lucky date, which is the second lucky date for me. So don't stop at one question. You can ask, and you can, have a lot of other answers to your dates, important dates for you.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes. The same thing with the month. You can play with the months, which month should I take up this new work of mine, this new project of mine, which, for example, I want to start an NGO, which would be the most beneficial month for me where I can start my work. Okay. And of course, like that, you can frame your questions. And again, here also you can take, which is my lucky month. Right. Yes. So yeah, this how you can use, like, ask the questions, which month should I do this, and which is the second important month. If you feel that month won't work for you, you can ask the next question. So which is the next important month for me? When am I going to get this? When am I going to meet that person? When I should go there? All such questions can be asked.
Fantastic. And you've put one in for chakras as well.
Yes, this is for chakras. You can ask main thing that, which chakra? Now, which chakra needs more healing, or which chakra I need to work upon more? Which is my best chakra here, which is the chakra working for me in my highest good, and which is very strong. So you can get accordingly, on the chakras, if it is, you can ask in particular order also here. So which is the weakest one, then which is above that, and which is strongest one. So you get a list of all the chakras, and in the number wise, that yes, this is the one you have to work upon more. Then second one is this. So yes, in that way, chakra helps you a lot, the chakra chart.
And what is this last one, Arpita? Percentage probability?
Probability, yes. Now, sometimes we want to know what will be the rate of my success. What will be the percentage rate of my success if I do this job? So it will take you to the particular, percentage, which will show, suppose, for example, it is moving to 80%. That means, yes, if you do this job, 80% you will be successful. So that is a very big thing, right? So again, be creative in your asking when you're asking about percentage. For example, your relationship also you can take. So what will be the percentage of compatibility between this boy and this girl? So you can get the compatibility rate here, percentage. So you can ask such questions, be creative in your asking. And yes, in this way, there is a lot more you can frame questions for percentage also.
Right, absolutely. And again, this is just something very simple that you can actually just start off with. The actual work involved is much more in depth. And then, of course, how you can actually combine charts as well, correct, Arpita?
Yes.
You don't have to work with just one. There's so many possibilities open. And that's why you have Pendulum Dowsing for guidance and healing with Arpita. You cleanse, clear, charge, and do much more with the pendulum. There are two beautiful offers. One is with the personal session with reading and healing, and the other is the professional practitioner and trainer levels. Arpita, you're going to take us through this. What is package A personal session all about?
Yes. So package A is a personal reading session of 30 minutes where I'll be doing, of course, the reading, pendulum dowsing reading for you. I'll be suggesting remedies, whatever comes. And plus there will be 7 days personal remote healing. So you will be getting not only a reading, you'll be getting guidance, you'll be getting the remedies as well as a healing for it. And in this 30 minutes, you can ask unlimited questions for any area of your life. You can ask the questions like guidance or yes and no, or finding lost objects. And of course, a call recording will be available on request. Yes. So healing, how you will be receiving is that you will be receiving the healing. The healing technique will be intuitively chosen by me. Based on your situation, it will be a pendulum healing. It could be a pendulum healing, a Reiki healing, or an Akashic healing. That totally depends on your situation. And I will, of course, update you before and after the healing is done. It will be remotely done and it will be for 7 days.
Nice. And there's a bonus.
Yes, these are the bonuses. The bonus will be one follow-up session of 5 to 10 minutes. That is after 10 days of our session. I'll just give you a follow-up call. And of course, there's 1 week personal support on WhatsApp.
Which is related to the session that you just had.
Yes, yes. So, yes. Yeah. So there is again, this is one follow-up session and 1 week personal support, which you will be getting, and the total value of the entire package is actual cost is rupees 6,000. That is US dollars 82. But the special price just on Mystique Lotus, it is 2,799, which is US dollars 3,939.
Yeah, US dollars 39.
39.
Yes. And 53% savings, people. This is 30 minutes of pendulum dowsing reading, unlimited questions, and 7 days personal remote healing with the follow-up session 7 to 10 days after, and 1 week support at a steal at only 2,799 rupees or $39. And if you're ready to take this on, this work on for yourself, so that you can do it for yourself, for your family, for your friends, do it at the professional level. There is an option there for you as well, which is starting with the practitioner course. Arpita.
Yes, so this is the package B, which is the practitioner pendulum dowsing reading practitioner course. So in this, you will be able to do the readings, receive guidance for yourself and others. And this is a 3 days course. There'll be 1 live Zoom call and 2 pre-recorded videos, as learning videos, which will be shared on the WhatsApp group. There will be support on the WhatsApp group available for question and answers and support. Call recordings will be there, PDF manual and e-certificate also will be shared. And of course, no prior experience is required or knowledge is required. Just a prerequisite is the pendulum dowser, which is of course easily available online. And the contents of this course is how the dowsing works, the principle of dowsing, cleansing, how you can cleanse the pendulum, how you can program the pendulum, and different activities will be taken to help you to start with the pendulum. That is how you can make pendulum work for you, start the work for you. So different activities for that, and of course get answers for yes and no questions. So here you will be getting in bonus, you'll be getting 10 pendulum dowsing PDF charts. There'll be 1 month WhatsApp group support and of course a PDF manual. So the program schedule is such, total that will be 3 days. As I told, 2 pre-recorded learning videos, 1 live call. The dates 15th to 17th of December 2022. 15th and 16th of December, each day you will receive 1 pre-recorded learning video, which will be of 15 to 30 minutes on the WhatsApp group. And 17th will be your live Zoom call, which will be of 45 minutes, and time is 5:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time and 7 a.m. ET time. Here, the bonuses are, again, the 10 Pendulum Dowsing PDF charts, 1 month WhatsApp group support, PDF manual, and the whole package B is cost of 7,000 rupees, 7,000 US dollars 96. But here on Mystic Lotus, you're getting it at a special price of rupees 2,999 US dollars 42.
This is fantastic. And of course, 10 Pendulum Dowsing charts. So just out of curiosity, Arpita, these 10, have you designed them?
Yes, of course. I have customized also.
Very nice. And at only 2,999, you can do a practitioner course as well. This is fantastic. You do have practitioner trainer as well. So what's happening there? Oh, includes healing using pendulum.
Yes.
Nice. Tell us.
So as package B was about reading, and this is Pendulum Dowsing reading and healing, which includes the package B, that's a practitioner course as well. So what you can do with this is, of course, for self and others, do readings, receive guidance, and healing using the pendulum. So how you can heal with the pendulum and how you can teach others. So this is a trainer course. It's a 7 days course, 3 live Zoom calls, 6 pre-recorded learning videos will be shared on WhatsApp group, call recordings, PDF manual, e-certificate will also be shared. Yes, so here we come in depth with studying of the pendulum. That is, you study about chakras and pendulum, how you can use your pendulum to heal the chakras, how you can use your pendulum to heal pain, stress, traumas, blocks, etc. Distant healing can be done, and you can combine pendulum dowsing with other modalities also. Yes, and with this, you can find lost objects, you can cleanse and charge your food, your water, cleanse and charge your space, cleanse and charge, of course, oneself with more positive, beneficial energies. How you use the pendulum commands, which is a very important part in this package. Pendulum commands, and use them for manifesting abundance and prosperity, and even health and money matters. So using and getting answers via the dowsing charts, so different dowsing charts, and how you can use those dowsing charts to your advantage. Yes, and the program schedule is, it will be total 7 days, 6 pre-recorded learning videos, 3 live calls. Dates 15th to 21st of December 2022, 15 to 20 December. So yes, each day for 6 days, you will be receiving 1 pre-recorded learning video of 15 to 30 minutes on WhatsApp group, 3 live Zoom calls. 17th December is the first, 19th December, 21st December. The last call will be of 90 minutes. The other 2 calls is of 45 minutes. Time 5:30 p.m. India time, 7 a.m. ET time. The bonuses with this are very exciting. Personal pendulum dowsing reading and remedies session, 15 minutes, which you get with package package C. 25 plus pendulum dowsing PDF charts, includes 10 from package B, 6 months WhatsApp group support, free revision of the entire course, and PDF manual.
Right.
Yes.
Did we just do the? Yes.
Yeah, we did this. This is a previous slide. Yes, the whole package C is of rupees 25,000 or US dollars 342. And at the special price, we are giving you at just rupees 5,500 US dollars 76.
This is great. And here you have 25, including 10 from package B, so 15 more. Yeah. And you have your personal session of 15 minutes with remedies as well. Practitioner and trainer, 5,500 rupees or $76 only. You have package B, and this is very small difference. This package A for a personal session for you, 2,799 rupees or $39. Arpita, somebody asked, can they do package A on behalf of somebody else?
On behalf of somebody else, that means they can
come and do it for my husband. I'm just
for package A.
Yes.
Yes, you can ask on behalf of anybody else also. Yes.
Right. But then the healing will be done on?
See, of course, we require a permission. If there is a healing, then of course the permission will be required of that person. So yes, better take the permission of that person, then you can do on behalf also.
Right. And why I'm here is because package B is your practitioner course at only 2,999 rupees or $42. There is barely any difference between A and B.
Yes.
With B, you get to learn this and do this all the time for yourself.
Yes.
Package C, which includes package B, practitioner
Yes.
and trainer course, and also has 15 minutes session with you, Arpita, with remedies, with
Yes.
remedies.
Yes.
Only 5,500 rupees or $76. These are fantastic offers. Literally, swing life your way with a pendulum with Arpita starting now. Great offers, Arpita. Really,
Thank
really
you.
nice offers. Okay, so, and there were some questions that had come in earlier. I'm just going to scroll upwards and see that. But I want to say this again, fabulous offers, fabulous offers.
Thank you.
And okay, Prasanti had asked earlier, can the results be consistent all the time? Like favorite month will remain the same even if checked after 3 months again?
See, again, yeah, it depends on many other factors as well. Of course, it keeps on changing also. So you can keep on asking, or you can even ask for this particular year, which would be my favorite month, which could be my lucky month. You can ask a particular, that's what I told, ask specific questions, you get the specific answers as well. So you can ask in the next 6 months, which month should I consider the more beneficial for me?
Right.
Yeah.
And Prasanti wants to know what type of remedies do you teach in package C?
In package C, the remedies are, of course, now through the dowsing charts, there are many remedies also which you can get. So the dowsing charts will have everything. It will answer all your remedies as well.
Correct. Right. And in fact, with the previous question that, will see, favorite month is one thing. What I think luckiest month maybe would have been the question.
Yes.
In the next 6 months, what is going to be my lucky month?
Yes.
Correct me if I'm right here, Arpita. The sun and the moon and the stars move every day.
Yes.
They have their own cycle.
Yes.
We have our wake and sleep cycle. Is anything fixed in life?
Yeah. So that
What
is right.
yesterday can be
Yes.
what is yesterday can be a no tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is why we say ask specifically, make your questions more specific, and so that you get specific answers also.
Right.
Yes.
And be open to the receiving of it and the understanding of it, which is why you should go and learn with Arpita people. It's as simple as that. Or take a session on with her. And Prasanti again is asked, can we do birth time rectification using dowsing? How can you rectify birth time?
Birth time.
I'm sorry, I'm just asking this question.
I want to know what's the meaning of this question, like birth time rectification means. What do you want actually?
Yeah, rectification means correcting something. How can you correct your birth time? Time is time only, correct?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. See, if you can be open and ask more, how it is, like what you're thinking about this, then you can, I think, reframe the question.
Correct. Right. Some logic to the question also has to be there, right, Arpita?
Yes, yes.
You can't change your date of birth, right?
Yes, yeah, of course. The pendulum will say, you cannot change your this date of birth, date of time. Yeah.
Yeah. So Prasanti, in case we've not understood what you've written, please feel free to rephrase it. And Arpita will be here after the call as well, and she can check in on that as well. So Sonia had asked a question, and I'm not sure if she's still here. I'm just going to check for her because Arpita, we did say we'll take on one.
Yes.
No, not seeing Sonia here. And Nitika, are you here? All right. Nitika, the only Nitika I can see here is the one who's written the question about a certain practice that she should continue or not. I've sent a request to start video. If she takes it on, great. Otherwise, I'm just going to take one more person on over here. And okay. All right. So Monica's asked a question.
Yes.
Why do we need a proper chart? Can we draw yes and no on any paper and instantly ask our questions, or do we need proper charts to get an answer?
Yeah, see, of course, that's what I mentioned before also, that you can put it on a paper, put it in such a way that the pendulum also understands what you've put. Okay, it should be clear to you. So if it is clear to you, it will be clear to the pendulum. You can write on a piece of paper, write it in a systematic way, and then douse over it. You can do that also.
Right. Sneha has asked, I want to join package B, but can make the payment tomorrow evening. Is it possible? Absolutely, Sneha. Offers are available for 24 hours. Make sure you make it before 8 o'clock tomorrow. No, 8 o'clock tomorrow is 8 p.m. tomorrow is 24 hours. Yes, it is. Sorry.
Yes.
So many time questions. I lost track of time for a second. Right. And okay, Prasanti, question has been asked and answered. And okay, I can see Manisha here. Is Manisha the one who took a session with you and then learned?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. And I'm just
Manisha, yeah, she's there.
Okay. I'm just making sure we've kind of taken care of questions. And okay, Kirti is here. Like I said, we would take one last question. We will hear from Manisha very soon as well. Kirti, are you here? Are you on with video?
Yes, Kirti is here.
And all right, I have put a spotlight. Can we are both of you visible together? There you go. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Yes,
so I have a question that is it a good idea to start or restart, in fact, my career or look for a job? As I've taken a sabbatical.
Okay, so you want to start your career by looking out for a job, right?
Right.
Because these two are different. Okay, so I can ask that whether looking out for a job, is it for your highest good right now?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, just give me your date of birth too.
It is 29 September 1972.
Okay, and your name is Kirti Mehta, right?
Right.
Okay, just 1 minute. So you can see the pendulum is moving to yes.
Thank you.
And it has completely stopped at yes. So
Thank
it
you
is
so
a yes.
much.
It is a yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear.
And I'm still going to say this again. Yes, no is always an amazing answer to receive, but there's always the what should be the next steps, right? There is something that you would need to do for that to happen as well, right? Or the pendulum said yes, so let me just sit back and do nothing. It doesn't work like that.
Yes,
right? You have to take action on it.
You have to take action. If it is a yes, you have to take action. Again, you can ask the pendulum, what actions do I need to take? And make your own action plan and douse the pendulum on it. Which is the next step I should go? What should I do next? Like that, you can get the answers, small answers you can get, which can turn up into a big reality for you.
Right. Fantastic. Ashiva, yes, for sure. We'll get your question on. Prasanti's asked, how long does it take to heal through pendulum dowser, or is it something that you have to do daily?
Yes, you have to do it daily. It doesn't take just a single day to get it done. Again, it would also depend on what you're carrying. It could depend on the severity or the intensity of the problem which you are facing. So accordingly, the days the pendulum takes to heal. Again, this also is one of the things which you can ask, how many days do I need to heal in a dowsing chart? The days chart is there, right? How many days, like the number. So it could tell you a 7, it could give you a number of 9. So you can understand that it could take 7 days or 9 days or 11 days or a month to heal a particular whatever issue you're coming up with. Yeah,
Right.
so in this way, again, the dowsing chart comes to your help.
Fantastic. Getting Ashima on. Hang on, she's right here.
Yes.
And while I'm just getting her on, there's a question from Indrajit saying, once the pendulum goes to yes, it's also moving anti-clockwise. What does that imply?
No, it wasn't moving anti-clockwise. You have to be a little patient to understand how it is moving. You can't judge that now it is moving anti-clockwise. If it has to move anti-clockwise, it will continuously move anti-clockwise. Okay, so here when it went to yes, it stopped for a while and it just made one turn, but again it was a clockwise. Actually, it was a clockwise movement which showed a yes, and then it came to a stop.
Right. Again, the art of pendulum dowsing is one that is going to be learned and not a fly-by-night thing. Okay. Ashima is here. She has a question about she feels there are negative energies in her house. So she wants you to do a check on that. Go ahead.
Hi, Arpita. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Yeah, Arpita, I feel there is something in this house. Like I have been living here for 3 years and there are lots of weird things happening in the house. I have an opportunity to change my location very soon. So I'm just wondering that the thing I feel is correct and I have the opportunity. So shall I move from this house, from this location?
So what question is important for you? You want to move? Is it like giving you a yes and no, or you want to ask, are there negative energies?
Yes, there is some negative energy. I can feel it, and there are many sleepless nights and lots of health issues going on. Lots of things are happening.
Okay.
So is there anything related to that energy? Is that energy troubling us, or anything related to her? Or
okay. So first, let me ask this: that whether are there negative energies, which how should I put it in this way, that it is good for you to move? Is it for your highest good to move from this house? I think that will be better to ask. Yeah. Okay. So give me your date of birth, please.
Arpita, this is also a big question. I don't know my date of birth. It's either 2nd October 1982 or it's 3rd October 1982. I'm really, okay. I don't know.
It's okay. Ashima Rajan, right?
Ashima
Rajani. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Ashima Rajani. Let me see. You got your answer. It's yes. It's a yes. It's for your highest good. Just give me a minute. Wait. So yes, it is a yes. It is for your highest good if you move out of this house.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that answers your first question also. That's what I took it in this way. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Thanks, Arpita. In fact, I wanted to also ask you, you know, somebody had actually brought this question up. I'm also asking you, you've been taking everybody's name and date of birth. Is that an important part of this process?
Yeah, I do believe because names, many people have the same similar names. So when I love to be more specific, so if it is Arpita, it should be Arpita which Arpita, born on this particular date, this Arpita, because people have same names, but same name and date of birth nobody has. So that is why. So that is why you're asking about this particular person, right? So be specific to the pendulum. You're asking for this person. And here, Ashima didn't have the birth date, but I was visualizing her while asking the question. So I knew which Ashima.
Right, interesting. And again, this comes from your years of experience, Arpita, because this differentiation, okay, why are you taking date of birth?
Yes.
Because it's for that further connection to that person for you to
yes,
work with for your client or for that person accordingly. Very
yes.
nice. Like, you know, people, this is the difference between the student and the master. And you will learn things like this, little things from the master and not anywhere else. Because I've never come across this before with Pendulum. I haven't. This is the first time I've, you know, that in the sense that as a point of information. So that's fascinating. And it makes complete sense. So,
Yes.
right. And there is a question that's coming from 64122 Fernandez. Is there a chance of attracting negative energies like the movie Ouija? Okay, let's leave the movie name out. Is there a possibility to attract negative energies when you do pendulum dowsing?
Always, whenever you're doing any modality, whether it be pendulum dowsing or any, especially if you're doing a pendulum dowsing, you're cleaning yourself first. So cleanse yourself first, cleanse your pendulum. It will never attract negative energy. So you're cleansing your pendulum and you're connecting also with your a higher self or the divine energies. With this particular pendulum, you can even connect to your particular god, goddesses whom you believe in, and connect. If you connect with them, there is no chance of attracting any negative energies. Right. So just trust that you won't attract any negative energies. Of course, you have to do your cleansing. You have to cleanse your pendulum daily. That is also a must. And whenever you're doing your pendulum work, you're connecting with the divine God energies. So it never will give you any negative energies.
Right. Absolutely. Fantastic. And we are at time, people. And Sneha and Neelu have been asking, another Neelu, they've been asking a question. I'm going to get them both on and unmute them one at a time so that we can do this.
Yes.
And then we will start heading towards, and I'm not seeing Manisha suddenly, but all right, we'll wait for that.
Yeah, Manisha is here.
Okay. Neelu, where are you? Okay. Neelu, where are you? I'm right in front. 1 second. And who was the other one? Sneha. Sneha, I'm not seeing. Go ahead, Neelu, ask your question.
Hi, Neelu. Neelu again. So, hi, Arpita.
Hi.
So, lovely meeting you. Thank you so much for all the information you have given. And I must say, all your packages are very attractive. I have been thinking of it. So, hopefully, I'll be able to make a decision by tomorrow.
Thank you.
My question is, when will my daughter patch up and get back home to me?
Okay.
So here, do I have to give my daughter's name and my name, or?
No, your name. I can connect with your name to ask for your daughter.
Right.
So it is fine.
Okay.
But yes, give me your name and your date of birth.
Okay, it's Neelu Chibbar.
Just a minute. Neelu, spell it.
C-double-H.
C-double-H.
I-double-B, B for Bangalore.
Okay.
E-R.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. And
It's
your
2nd of December, 1979.
2nd December.
Oh, yeah, 2nd of December, 1979.
1979. Okay. Just 1 minute. So this is a different question from yes and no. So let's do it with the time. So your question is, when will your daughter come back to you, right?
When will she patch up and come back home to me? Yeah.
Okay. I'll ask. Just 1 minute. So this is the chart I'm using for you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Can you see in the chart? It's pointing towards between 6 months to 1 year.
6 months to 1 year. Yeah. Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah. So it is showing me 6 months to 1 year.
Thank you so much. I want to put one more thing across. The
Yes.
moment this happens, and if it resonates with your result, I definitely want to connect with you and give you the feedback for your reading, because I think I owe you for that.
Thank
So
you.
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. Yes. So I think we have to take Sneha.
Yeah, Sneha's here, and she has a question about whether her current job is good for her. Right, Sneha? That's your question?
Yes, that's my question. See, actually, basically, the thing is, I have recently started a job in a insurance company. So I want to know whether it is beneficial for me, because I am under quite a lot of financial crisis. So I want to know whether by that job I'll be able to clear my debts and all.
So you're in the current job, right? Or you have to take that current. You're going to take it, or you are already doing it?
I'm already doing it, but I just want to know whether I'll be successful in that, because see, at my age, I'm under quite a lot of debts. So I want to clear out the debts. I don't want to leave them for my future generation.
Yes, yes. Okay. So just tell me your date of birth, please.
It is 6th of July, 1970, 70.
Okay, 6th of July, 1970.
And do you require my birth name or the name after my marriage? Because my birth name is different and the name after my marriage is different.
See, you are, if it is Sneha Khanolkar, if it is after marriage, that is fine.
Okay.
That is fine.
This is after marriage.
That is fine. That is fine. Okay. So it is a yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
It is a yes.
And one more thing I wanted to know, how much, like, I want to go in for the practitioner, the package B, but I just have a doubt that how long does it take for a person to be quite, what do you say, proficient in that?
See, it all depends on what practice you're doing. Okay. So the more you practice, the more proficient you become, and the sooner you become. Okay. So of course, a pendulum is very easy to learn, of course, but you need a practice for it. Okay. You just cannot say that, okay, I've learned and now the pendulum will work. You have to really build a connection with the pendulum. You have to use it. You have to practice it to become more proficient. So it also, again, depends on you and your practice.
Yeah, but do we need to do some meditation? Because see, I'll tell you very frankly, I am very bad at meditation. Whenever I sit for meditation, I get lots and lots of thoughts in my mind. So meditation is very, very difficult for me.
See, in this,
is it necessary for that?
I don't say it is necessary, but of course you can meditate with the pendulum, but it is not necessary. That is why we say it's the most simplest tool to use and everybody can use it. So yes, of course, so that is the answer. You don't need to meditate, but if you meditate with the pendulum, it will serve you for your highest good, more highest good, I would say.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, dear.
And people, you've had a glimpse into the wonderful world of pendulum dowsing. And we are at time, however, we do want to hear in from Manisha, who took a session, right, Arpita, first with you and then decided to learn it?
Yes, yes. So Manisha, basically, she came for a pendulum dowsing reading session, and then she was very excited about it, and she went ahead and took the course for herself, and now she finds pendulum dowsing very interesting. So yes, Manisha, please share your experience too.
Two Manishas here, so I need to know.
Manisha Modi.
Right.
Modi, yes.
Okay, and as Manisha comes on, there's a question that's come in. Somebody earlier had asked, I have a copper pendulum, is it okay? And
Yes.
asked, do we have to buy the pendulum before the class? Should we buy metallic or crystal ones, or anything is fine?
Copper one, the first, yes. If you have a copper one also, it's absolutely fine. These are the metal pendulums. So you can use either the metal or the crystal pendulums. And one more thing, always remember, you buy a crystal which resonates, to you, like it is like which calls you or which attracts you. Buy that pendulum, because that pendulum is actually, it's not that you are purchasing the pendulum. Actually, the pendulum is calling you. That is why you are taking the pendulum. So please buy the pendulum. Like there are, of course, a lot of pendulums, and you can go for either the metal or the crystal pendulums or the wood pendulums as well. But buy the pendulum which resonate with you most.
Right. Right. And Manisha is here. Hi, Manisha.
Yeah, hello, Neelu. Hello, Arpita.
Hi, Manisha.
So, Manisha, you've taken a session with Arpita, and then you decided to learn it as well. Very quickly, can you give us, can you tell us what that experience was like?
Yes, absolutely. And first of all, I wanted to thank Mystic Lotus, because had it not been for Mystic Lotus platform, I wouldn't have come to know about Arpita. So, as you mentioned, I had a personal session with Arpita, and Arpita uses, she's got multi-dimensional modalities that she uses. So I was very happy with the session that I had with her. And not only did I have the session, she also gave me remedies, so I had a 21-day process to carry out as well. And then after that, I was very impressed. I took the Pendulum Dowsing course with her. So I'm not, as you know, I'm not a healer. I'm just using it for personal use.
Right.
And I've had amazing results. And Arpita is an amazing teacher. So Arpita, I wanted to add as well something that, although when I learned the dowsing course with Arpita, every day we had very informative videos, the process. But Arpita, another thing that I would like to add is that, once you finish using the pendulum, you've taught us to cut the cords. That is very important. So, I always use a protective shield. I connect with Lord Shiva. So my dowser is called Nataraja. I have this special connection. And just last week on Monday, I had amazing confirmations. So I had 2 confirmations. I asked 2 specific questions. One was for my work, whether I'll get this contract. And sure enough, that night I got it. And I asked the dowser, my pendulum said yes. And then I asked another question for my son in his work, whether he was going to get this project. So for both, I'd received 2, but by that evening, I actually got the confirmation. My son actually told me about it, and I got mine. So, and the thing is, trust, believe, and follow the exact processes taught by Arpita, because what I found, another thing was, she's very generous with, as you've seen again in today's call, with the content. She shares everything, how she uses. She's very generous with the content, the processes she uses. So, there's no way, you're going to fail if you follow exactly how she's, and trust in the process. So thank you, Arpita, and thank you, Neelu.
Thank you. Thank you, Manisha. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Manisha. And I think on that lovely note, we are ready to call it a day. However, I can see there were questions still pouring in. So let me just bring these up, because if they're starting with you, they would probably need these answers. Indrajit is asked, any color and shape of crystal will work as pendulum?
Yes.
Any color and shape of crystal?
Yes, yes. As I told, take the pendulum which attracts you the most.
And in fact, Archana's question is that only, how will I know which pendulum resonates with me?
You will feel, of course, you search for the pendulums and you will feel that I need to buy this one.
Right.
So trust that again.
It's like, Arpita, it's like, I don't like that shade of pink. I like that shade of pink. And that's the shoe I'm going to buy. You will know, correct?
How you do your shopping, huh? Your dress
right.
shopping. So it is the same way that what you like the most, you buy the most.
Right. And Sneha is asked, who is just here with us, I have a 7 chakra pendulum. Is it okay?
Yes, absolutely okay. I do have this one.
The 7 chakra?
Yes, this is 7 chakra.
Okay.
So,
see, bottom line, people, is that any chakra is absolutely fine. It is a part of your learnings over there as well. Each chakra would have its own weightage, its own way of functioning. And Arpita will take you through all of that. So leave all the tension behind, just stick the work up. And what is the work at, Arpita? 2,799 rupees or $39 for a 30-minute session with Arpita, unlimited questions and healing, remote healing for a week, follow-up session and support as well. You want to become a practitioner? Very simple, only 2,999 rupees or $42. And want to be practitioner and trainer? It's just 5,500 rupees or $76. Again, offers like phenomenal, really fabulous offers. And the kind of details, forget any, for the customized 25 PDF charts by itself.
Yes.
You're not going to get those anywhere. And yes, again, I can get a chart. Try using them. Do you see how complicated they are? So come to the teacher first. After that, expand your horizons is what I would definitely recommend to everybody. Arpita, any last words before we say bye and good night?
Yeah, of course, I would say pendulum is the most, as I've always told, pendulum is the most simple and humble tool to use. So please pendulum it and manifest it and heal it. It is just that you have to hold the pendulum and let the pendulum swing and do its work for you. So it's the best thing what you can learn. So of course, if you want a reading session, but to learn is something very different, because you are not only helping yourself, you will be helping others as well. So yes.
Oh, and of course, the practitioner trainer package C actually has a 15-minute session also with you.
Yes, of course. Yes. Right. So you get a double bonus or double advantage of it.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
do go take that, I think.
Right. So thank you very much, Arpita. Beautiful call and wonderful offers. Much love to you and to everybody else from Team Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies. Good night. Goodbye. See you tomorrow at 6:30. Arpita will be back here again with more on Pendulum Dowsing.
Yes. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. See you all. Bye-bye.